everybody. That's Jeff Pitchell's Fat Cigar you're listening to, and that means it's time for Not Just Blowing Smoke. Coming at you live from Twin Smoke Shop Studio headquarters in Londonderry, New Hampshire, right from the 724 Lounge. Make sure you subscribe to us wherever you're listening, Podbean, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify, iTunes, Google, or wherever else you found this podcast. Welcome, everybody. I'm Pastor Padron. I'm here with my co-host, Nicotine, and a slew of other special guests and co-hosts tonight, not the least of which is Cigar God Dave from the Cigar Hacks, who is producing our show tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Hello. Thank you, Dave, for being here.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
I'm always standing by for the call.
Nice.
And we have some surprise guests on the show tonight, including Yvonne Ramee from Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. Hello, Yvonne.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
All right. The rest of you want to introduce yourselves?
Oh, we got Mustang Mike over here.
Mustang Mike.
Mike.
All right.
That's it.
Mustang.
Nick says,
Magic Mike. I always call him Magic Mike.
I know. There you go.
Mustang Mike.
Pat McGroin.
Pat
Pat McGroin.
Yes, with my Irish whiskey.
His cousin Phil McCracken is out tonight. You know?
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we got the GC over here.
And the GC.
Alex,
And
the GC.
Alex, almost always done.
Almost always done. That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
He's done 75% of the time. Every time.
So we got 4 hacks, and we've got 2 not just blowing smoke guys. We've got Yvonne.
Who also is a hack. She did.
Actually,
We're all hacks.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
We're all in the family.
Yeah.
But I am. I suppose I should start off by saying that Dave, our regular producer, is no longer with us. He's moved on from Twins, and we wish him the best wherever he decides to go and everything. But that kind of left us up in the air tonight, and so the hacks helped out, making sure we got a show recorded and everything. We're glad for that and grateful for that.
Yes.
And I wanted to make sure we did something. It's my birthday today.
Oh,
yeah. Happy birthday, brother.
Should we sing happy birthday to
You
Candela?
say it's your birthday.
Yes, I did.
Should we sing happy birthday to him real quick?
No. Let's not go there.
What a cheerful crowd we have here today.
You and Washington both have a birthday today.
So, what we are smoking right now is the Aladino
Candela Toro.
When
Come on,
think
Danny.
of the word Candela, I can't imagine.
Yeah. The green
It's been
cigar.
one of those days. Yes, it's one of those green cigars. They come out every year around St. Patrick's Day for some reason. When it comes to February and March, everyone starts looking for green cigars. Now, the truth is that in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, Candela was the top-selling cigar wrapper in the United States. It was all over the place. Whenever how many you all watched Columbo? Some of you are old enough to. I love Columbo.
He's still on. You can watch it.
You can still catch those shows. That's what he's smoking. Candela cigars.
I watch MASH, and they smoke Candelas and MASH. Lancero or Lonsdale. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. And something happened in the cigar world, and all of a sudden everyone said, hey, how about we just age this stuff a lot longer? And you get the brown wrappers that you normally see. Yep. Candela is great for manufacturers in that there's next to no time at all to get the wrapper ready for the cigar. You take the leaf, you hang it in the barn, and you cure it under very high heat for about a week. And because you have so much heat in there, the chlorophyll in the leaf doesn't get, dissolved out and transferred into sugar, which changes the color of the leaf. Mm-hmm. And so instead of waiting for months, it's a week to get the wrapper for the cigar. Now, my understanding is, talking to Justo Aroa, that Candela classically has been a Connecticut wrapper leaf. He is doing a Sumatra leaf and making it in the Candela fashion. So Candela isn't a kind of tobacco. It's a process that's done to tobacco. You can do it with anything.
Yep.
Okay. And so it's the Candela Sumatra wrapper with Honduran binder and filler. This was debuted at the TPE this year and is available, as I understand it, to stores that attended the farm tour at some time in the recent past, down there at Aladino. And I was there last year with
Bobby.
With Bobby, and therefore we had access to these. And they released a Robusto last year, 5x50. This is the Toro, 6x50. And I'd love to know what your guys' thought is. Candela is one of those weird things. Some people love it and hunt it all the time. Other people are like, why would you smoke that? It looks disgusting. What do you guys think off the top as we've had a few minutes to light up here?
Well, it's funny what you said, because I've actually had this conversation with Nick, and I've been turned off of this cigar just because of the color.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wouldn't go to it. And then Nick was like, dude, you got to try it. And I have had it before, and thoroughly enjoyed it. Very, very good smoke.
Yeah.
It's Aladino. You can't go wrong with anything Aladino.
They make fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
I have never had an Aladino I didn't like.
Very true.
They make great stuff all the way around.
I mean, one of the key differences when you smoke this one, because they're using a Sumatra seed to have it at Candela, you're getting less of that grassy note that they use. You get if you're smoking a regular Candela, again, like Danny said, they're using a Connecticut wrapper. So when you have that as a Candela, you're getting a lot of grassy and hay notes out of that. And then the binder and the filler have to kind of complement that, or kind of blend in very well with it to kind of shade it towards the back, but you still get a lot of that grassy note. Very light cigar, but this one, I mean, using the Sumatra, which is Sumatra seed or leaf, is more sweeter and spicier, and you can kind of get that in this.
You totally do.
This with the and they're using Corojo, obviously the Honduran Corojo for binder and filler. You get that with a little bit of spice. You get that nuttiness, but that wrapper is really, really nice in there. Some subtle sweetnesses, very, very little grassy notes, or hay notes for that. And if you do get a little bit of that, I think the Corojo tobacco underneath is complementing that, kind of blending it very well.
I almost get kind of a walnut flavor.
Yeah, I get that too.
Walnuts.
Yep, I definitely get that too.
Well, nutty,
Yeah, definitely not getting the grass thing, which is interesting now. From everything I just learned about this, there's another Candela, the Formosa.
Yes.
The Formorian, yeah.
Formorian, yeah. Formosa, that's something else. Formorian.
You said Formosa.
Yeah, I did.
Is that a drink?
I did. No, that's a mimosa.
Thought it was a new kind of
yes.
mimosa.
So the Romercraft one doesn't taste grassy at all. So I wonder if they use a different leaf also.
Yeah, they look for a very particular color, too.
Yeah.
It has to be a really kind of a darker green.
this isn't very green.
This is very light. I don't know what kind of Candela, what kind of wrapper they use to do that, but it's another one of those cigars that you don't get that typical grassiness from.
Right.
Yeah, and I know that has a lot to do with the fillers that they put in it. It's a really good medium-bodied cigar. I mean, to me, the Aladino and the Formorian, are the two best Candelas out there right now.
Yes. I don't know. I mean, this one, for me, always takes the cake. I mean, I've had Candelas, the Formorian and Candelas across the board. I think this one, for me, is the best one.
What makes you like this one the best?
Well, kind of obvious. It's less grassy.
It's the one in the store,
it's the one in the
I like
store
it
that's
the most.
readily available.
You know what I'm saying?
It says Aladino on it, so, I'm definitely smoking it. But, I don't know, it's an Aladino fashion where it's not heavy, but it's just packed with flavor.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, the Formorian, Romercraft, love their cigars, smoke everything they have. And But this one, I mean, is just, it holds to me a little bit different because it's light, but it's still an unbelievable cigar. Packs so much flavor. As far as, strength, light, but body, you're going to be about a light to medium body on it. It's got some incredible flavor. And with this Jameson Black Barrel.
Jameson Black Barrel is what we're drinking tonight.
This is really good with the cigar.
Is it really good?
Bringing out some really nice, spicy, earthy, some nutty notes and stuff like that in there. It's really, really interesting.
That's funny because, I said, you know what? Let's do Jameson Black Barrel tonight. Let's just keep it simple.
Yeah.
And now it's turned out to be pretty good pairing.
Good,
right?
yeah.
That's good. Now, Yvonne, who's with us and is now choking because she knows I'm going to talk to her and ask her a question. She looked at the cigar and was like, "God, I'm not smoking that."
I did not say that.
What?
I went, ew.
Did you? Same difference, but
I am
tomato,
not.
tomato.
I am normally not a Candela person.
You sure you didn't go?
Are you still? Are you still turned off? Are you enjoying the cigar? Is it different? Are you picking up what we're laying down?
Picking up what you're laying down. Ooh, smooth. No, I like this very much, and it's because it doesn't taste grassy or hay-like to me at all.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm cutting the grass.
Which is not a bad thing. I mean, everybody's got to cut the grass sometimes,
Yeah. I like that fresh cut grass smell and everything, but I just don't want it to come from my cigar.
I like to cut the grass,
Yeah.
but I don't like it to taste like I'm cutting the grass.
Yeah.
But this does not taste like that. This is very nice.
Yeah, no
It's
grass
very
in this
nice.
at all.
No grass in this. So, what have the hacks been up to lately?
Yes.
Since you guys are kind of guessing on the show.
We
You
just-
guys did Hackapalooza a couple weeks
Just
ago.
came off Hackapalooza the end of January, last weekend
Yep.
of January. And then we did the Hacky Awards.
Guys, the
2 weeks.
Hacky
The
Awards.
Hacky
Now, what
Awards
are the
2 weeks.
Hacky Awards for
We
people
just make
who
up
don't know?
categories.
You
It's kind of
make
like
up categories.
It's kind of like the Academy Awards, It's like this. Welcome to the 2023 Hacky Awards.
Oh my!
That's what it's like, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. What were the categories?
Oh my God! I
Best
don't
new hack right here.
Best new hack.
Yeah, we got best new hack.
Best hack. Yeah.
Best rep.
16 categories we had.
16 of them.
Give
Yeah.
out candy bars to the winners or something.
We had best bartender at Cigar Lounge.
Yeah.
Twins won.
We had
How many did Twins win?
Best rep.
Twins. Twins got a couple of things.
Yeah, we had the best rep, best cigar rep there.
Yeah, Mike the Cop won best rep 3 years in a row now.
Oh, wow.
So
Repeat.
Running champion over there. Oh,
yeah,
my goodness.
he's
hack
doing better
trick.
than Mahomes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! A whole bunch. I mean, anyway.
Yeah.
I was not prepared to answer all those things, so you don't want to run down the list of them. Anyway. There's
we don't have
16.
to.
There's plenty of them. We just make stuff up. Best location, best podcast name, title, and stuff like that. Just,
That's cool.
funny
That's
things.
fun.
Funny
It's
things.
just
It's
the
all
whole
it is.
point
It's
is
just
to
funny
have
things.
fun.
Yes.
Yep.
It's not
Yep.
serious, and we still haven't given out the actual awards for last year because they're still not assembled in my garage. So, we'll get to that some year. Right, Pat?
Yeah, sometime.
It's on the list.
Oh my goodness.
We're not a serious
Yeah.
endeavor here,
Yeah.
It's fun. When it stops being fun, we'll stop doing it,
That's right.
It's kind of like this.
Yep.
If this wasn't fun, I wouldn't come up here and do it for you for nothing.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Serious.
It's just fun. We just have fun, and
That's it.
good to go.
Just a bunch of hacks,
Yeah.
smoking cigars, etc.
Oh, my God.
So
You know where that's from, right?
No.
Alex?
Where's that from?
Etc.?
Where's he get that?
That's from. So when we started doing this, we used to be out of Maddie's spot in Plastow. So Plastow Cigar Company used to be called Cigars Etc. So when Dave.
Oh, that's where it came.
Yep.
That's where Dave grabbed it from.
That's
from
a
that
trivia question.
There you go. There's a
Yeah,
trivia
cigars, etc.
I know, and Nick, you were like one of the original hacks. You were
It was
the
me and Dave. Me and Dave and Maddie. We
Yeah,
were
three
the
of us.
OGs, man. We started it up again because we were coming off of Cold Draw, and couldn't find Bob. Bob was on his little hiatus, and then we were just kind of sitting around, and we're like, hey, let's start back up again.
Yeah, Nick
we
says,
started-
man, I miss doing a podcast. And I said,
yeah.
well, how hard can it be to produce a podcast?
Now you're doing two.
6 years
Now
running.
that Dave's gone, I'm going to be asking you the same question. how hard is it, Dave?
We're going to have to find Dave's apprentice.
Once you get dialed in, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, I've been doing it for
6-7 years.
6.5 years now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we do it every week. Comes out on Mondays every week. Don't miss.
Yep.
So when we started this thing, I went over and talked to Dave Garofalo because he does the Cigar Authority and the ash holes out of.
Yep.
Oh, you know about the ash
I
holes.
know about the ash
You were
holes.
doing the ash holes back
I
then.
piloted the ash holes,
Yes,
for
yes.
2.5 years,
Yes.
3 years.
And so we needed to do something different. And so I went over and talked to Dave and told him what we were up to, and we need to do something different. And he gave me one piece of advice. He said, you got to be consistent. Mm-hmm. You got to put your show out. If it's out on Monday, you got to come out every Monday with it because your listeners will be expecting it. Mm-hmm. And if it's not there, they'll tune out.
Yep.
They'll go somewhere else.
Yep.
So they want your, that's it.
Consistency is
consistency.
90% of the whole thing.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
That's right.
And the other thing that we needed to do was do something different than everybody else. It was there were back then there were 5 shows.
Yeah.
There were 4 shows back then. There was the Ash Holes Cigar Authority, and us. So it was just the 3 of us at that time.
Right.
And then Matty Tobacco started. Actually, Matty Tobacco was on our show
Oh,
first,
nice.
one episode, and then the next week he was on the Ash Holes, and now he's got his own show. And you guys landed here.
Yes. Yep.
And so this is the crossover between the hacks and the ash holes here, right? Not just
a little
blowing
bit,
smoke.
yeah.
And we all get together and help each other out, get on each other's shows. And as a matter of fact, I was on the after show after Hackapalooza.
Nice.
Right? We went to the Cigar Authority on Hackapalooza,
There you go.
and we go in there because we do it every year. We make it a regular thing. And Dave says to me, hey, we want to have you on the after show after we do the regular show, which is a part of the Cigar Authority that comes out on Wednesdays. It's an audio-only thing. So I said, sure. So he says, yeah, I got some questions for you. All right, fine, whatever. So he gets up there. He's got a quiz for me, 7 questions about the Hacks podcast.
Yeah.
And so he starts asking me questions about episode 1 and 2 and whatnot. He had 7 questions. I nailed them all.
Nice.
Nice. Very good.
Oh, yeah.
He was ringing that bell. Ding, ding, ding.
I love
That was
Garofalo.
good.
He's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, so that was fun. We had a good time with that. So if you want to listen to a funny one there, get the
Get the after
show
one.
from January 29th or something, whatever day it was there.
All right.
Yeah.
And then Not Just Blowing Smoke is actually my stepping stone of becoming a hack in a way.
Yes.
So I started listening to you guys once you got, Twins is my home. I'm always here. This is where I buy all my cigars. I'm always here. And, I fell in love with the podcast you guys are doing. I love, the information you guys put out. And then it was actually an event here where I met Pat McGroin over here.
Yeah, it was Aganosa Leaf.
Yep, it was the Aganosa event with Terrence. And at that point, I started hanging out with the Hacks a little bit. And then one thing led to another. And
Thing
here
led
we
to
are.
another. And they sucked you in.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's not hard.
But being on the road a lot, with my job, I'm in charge of all of New Hampshire and Maine, all of our projects that we do. I got 2-hour rides up to Lewiston, Maine almost once a week. So listening to you guys, listening to the Hacks, listening to, I got a bunch of podcasts I listen to on a daily basis.
Yeah. So, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, Yvonne, do you listen to podcasts?
Yes.
I believe you listen to some particular kinds of podcasts. Am I correct in remembering that?
What kind of podcast do you listen
What do you
to?
mean? I listen to... What?
What?
Something
what? Chicklets?
Chick podcast?
What is it called? Spit and Chicklets.
She has her own podcast, Moving On with Yvonne.
I do.
Yes.
I do. Moving on with Yvonne.
Do you really do have that? Who records that, Steve?
It's all in my head. It's all here. Moving on with Yvonne.
Oh,
Somebody planted that in my head.
I mean, we planted that a long time ago. What, 4 years ago or something like that? In the beginning when we were just doing audio. Mm-hmm. And we had Yvonne, and that came up, Moving On.
I still think that would be a great segment.
Absolutely.
Life with me.
You
Yeah.
could do it you could just do it as a segment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My disastrous dates.
Let's
yeah.
let's
Can't be any worse
let's
than mine.
practice. Let's do a little impromptu there. Yvonne, what's moving on with
Sure.
you these days?
Nothing much.
And that's it. That's Moving On with Yvonne.
That's it. No, you know what? Part of the problem is like I'm busy. I'm like doing all kinds of stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm hopping all over. I'm going back to school.
Oh, what subjects are you
Don't
picking up?
you don't even want to go there. That's gonna be like the whole boring part of the
Are
thing.
you doing your certification to become a tobacconist by any chance?
No, actually, to become a genealogist.
A genealogist.
Yes.
So we
I'm
get
a little
we get-
obsessed with
we
it.
get a lamp and we rub it a
That's
couple
what I was
times.
thinking too. Yeah.
And you pop out.
Genealogist!
You jump out and you grant 3 wishes.
Boy, did I fall into that one, huh?
You left the door open. I had to walk in.
Oh. No.
Nick, you got I Dream of Genealogists.
I mean, you can go that route, or you can go Robin Williams genie. I mean,
Yep.
I mean, I think
Aladdin
that's the best genie is Robin Williams genie. I mean, that was the best genie ever.
I don't know. I had
I'm
a thing for
sorry.
I Dream a Genie.
I grew up with
I
that.
mean, don't we all? I mean, my God, we all. I watched it when I was a kid, and I was like, "Oh, here we go. Where's my lamp? Where's my lamp? I'm gonna rub it a couple times."
Pat knows all about that.
Oh, my. Yep.
Wow.
It's amazing where things go.
gonna
These
go.
unscripted podcasts and stuff like that.
Well, it's a good.
Yeah, and it's always me somehow. You guys, never mind.
I love you, though. I love you. If we didn't say any of this stuff, then you wouldn't be on the show, Yvonne.
No,
We love you, kiddo.
I love you too.
Let's see. We need an intro for Moving On with Yvonne.
Ooh,
What can we use?
the I Dream.
I'm
of
sure
Genie
something
intro.
will come to you.
I think moving on up to the west side.
A little
the east
Jefferson's
side,
action, yeah.
Something like that.
That's what we're talking about.
To the east side, I'm sorry.
East side, yeah.
Oh,
To the
You know why?
northeast.
You know why people move to the east side? They
Why?
want to drive into town with the sun at their back, and they want to drive home with the sun in their back. That's why people want to live on the east side of town.
Really?
The Upper East Side. The reason is, it's for
that
sun
reason?
traveling. That's why it's the most popular.
Well,
That makes
when you buy a
sense.
house, don't you look to see where the sun?
yeah. You
I
have
do. I
east and
totally
west
do.
windows.
Because I know in the evening I want to like be outside sitting on the deck. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I mean, I just want the sun to hit me in the face.
Well, I do
don't even
too,
care.
but
I just
definitely
wanna-
love the
In
sun,
the summer,
but-
man, I want to get. Oh, I want to get burnt.
I don't know. I think with the housing market right now, it's just take what you can get.
Yeah.
which is
I want to be in the shade at the end of the day because I'm in the sun all day. So
I'm going to Puerto Rico next Monday, and
You suck.
I am not going to put any type of sunscreen on. Usually I put a little bit of a layer because the sun down there is just brutal.
Yeah.
If you're not wearing a shirt or anything like that, I mean, you can get really hammered.
Well,
But I just want to get so burnt.
Nice.
I do.
I just came back from
so
Ybor
much.
City and it was nice and warm down there. So
Oh, yeah.
nice.
yeah, the Florida sun was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It was sunny almost
Tell
every
me
day.
about it. I miss it.
Yeah, I know. Ybor City was a good time. Gasparilla, I went down there for the big event, you know, and
That's the pirate
yeah,
festival.
Oh,
But
okay.
Oh, you guys know that's like a made-up pirate, right?
I don't know. All I know is there
I
was
did some research.
alcohol and cigars, and I said yes.
Because they do. Because I guess J.C. Newman puts out a cigar And
They had
like,
a float.
Yeah. So I looked it up. So I was on Half Wheel a couple weeks ago, and I saw that J.C. Newman is like part of that parade and the festival, and they put out the cigar and stuff. And I'm like, and I love the pirate culture, the whole. You know, I've watched every Pirates of the Caribbean.
A pirate.
Yeah. I am.
Oh, you are. Yes.
But I love the sea.
Yeah.
But I love that whole pirate culture and stuff like that. And I've done a lot of.
People were dressed up.
They are.
Yep.
So I looked it up, and I went through every Wikipedia page. I looked up on every website that I possibly could, and they could not. Every website could not confirm if that guy was real or not.
It began in 1904.
Right.
Really?
And they say that there's like still relatives.
Well, I knew it was
from him that are still living down there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, can you confirm it? Can anybody confirm that he was a real person?
Well,
and they can't.
We have a genealogist who can look into that.
Yeah.
I
Oh, my
will.
God.
You know what?
We can figure that out.
We can figure it out.
Oh.
Do some research.
I can't find my trampy grandma, but I'll do this.
There you go.
There was, I mean, Tampa, I heard, has a lot of pirate history.
It
as a
does,
port,
yes.
So that was part of the...
Well, all of Florida.
Yeah.
Florida, Nassau.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bahamas, Puerto Rico, Cuba, Dominican Republic,
Yeah.
Virgin Islands.
Is that why
everything.
they made the movies, Pirates of the Caribbean? 'Cause
I don't think so.
Well, a lot of it was in Universal, obviously, because of the sound stages and stuff like that. But most of the boats that were in Pirates of the Caribbean, they actually made.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't
they
know
actually made like one-offs of them.
that. Wow.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. I met Crystal from J.C. Newman also. She's
Awesome.
the president of marketing and sales. Very nice woman down there. And also I met...
Oh, somebody's smitten.
her husband was there.
Crystal was
sorry,
a very
never mind.
nice
And
woman
then,
down there.
Yeah.
It's not
And,
Crystal. It's that other bartender there.
well, I was the bartender Liberty
Bartender
from...
Liberty and
Yes,
Crystal. Crystal Liberty.
From King Corona was there. We hung out at King Corona during the parade, and the bartender Liberty was very nice. So there's a lot of beads being thrown around, and I handed some to Crystal, and she appreciated them.
Sounds like Mardi Gras.
Well, you had the pleasure, too, to hang out with Bree for a bit, didn't
Well,
you?
I hung out with Bree. Yes, Bree.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I hung out with her twice, Bree and Brad. Bree was like, "You're leaving?" I said, "Yes." She was like, "No, you can't leave." I'm like, "I'm sorry."
Did she lock the door and say, "Nah, you can't leave"?
I think she was trying to, but anyways.
Did you give her beads?
I did give her a few beads. Well, the problem is she's so tall. She's 6 foot and she's beautiful. And so she's just sticks out because
She just sticks out.
We won't tell you said that.
She's going to hear this.
Oh,
no,
my
she doesn't care.
gosh.
She knows Pat
She doesn't.
McGroin. She knows Pat McGroin. She's like, McGroin! When I first
No.
walk into Corona and see her. But anyways,
That girl is beautiful.
she is beautiful. And so, but all the guys that throw the beads on the floats are like, "Oh, I see you." So she had probably 100 beads by the end of the night.
Of course she did.
I saw
Yeah.
a picture of her standing next to Ricky, and she's just covered with beads.
Yeah.
It's just like a
Yeah.
bead dress.
Yeah. They fell off her neck over her arms. Like that's how many
That's how
beads.
many? Wow.
Yeah.
Not only is she beautiful, she is probably the most talented bartender there is.
Oh, God.
I miss her with a passion.
She's
She
no
could
longer a
make
bartender.
anything.
What is she doing now?
She's a tobacconist down there. Yeah. So she comes over because she's all friends with the bartenders.
Yeah.
But she's a tobacconist. She's,
for her.
Yeah. She's over there selling the cigars, smoking the cigars.
It's easy
Yeah.
work for her.
Yeah, she loves it.
She just gives everybody a smile, and she could sell anything.
And You know what shocked me
We
too?
want 2 It's not even fair.
3.
It's not even fair,
Ricky,
man.
Ricky bought her a conviction, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. But she sold me a few cigars, so.
You know what shocked me was with her the going away party we did here. She's got some pipes on her. I didn't know she could sing like that.
She was
Wow.
she actually went to school for singing.
It was amazing.
Really?
Absolutely
Yep.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember she used to pick up the mic constantly here.
Yeah.
Not constantly, but
She sang me happy birthday last year.
yeah, she did.
Would you like me to
awesome.
sing happy birthday? You'll cry, but
If you really want to do it,
trust
sure.
me, you don't want me to sing.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yep.
Many things I do well. That is not one of them.
So, since you all brought up the pirate thing, what is the reason that you guys have gotten into the whole pirate thing? Was it, a movie series, a TV series, a book, or something like that, or was it
Rum.
genealogy or
Rum.
something?
Why is the rum
Or
gone?
was it rum?
Why is the rum?
I'm Irish. It's the rum.
What do you think is the best pirate movie or show?
I don't know. I think Johnny Depp does it.
Yeah,
I think
agree.
him as a pirate, Pirates of the
Sparrow,
Caribbean.
man.
Oh man,
I mean, that's what initially got me into it. And then I started.
But don't you
started
guys
doing-
remember like watching the old pirate movies, like when you were little, like Saturday
don't.
morning or afternoon they would come on?
not really.
I don't.
Like who's that really old guy?
Which
Who's
old guy?
that
Which old
really
guy?
old guy?
Which old guy are you referring
I
to?
don't know. I know a bunch of old
Are
guys.
you
Is he on
talking
TV Land?
Are you talking on the
Movie
guy
Land, like
Me TV? That's
no, like really old, like
Talking black and white movie.
Errol Flynn,
Yeah. Huh?
Errol Flynn, old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not familiar.
Wow, man.
I really got into Black Sails. You ever see that show, Black
No.
Sails?
That was a good show.
That was
a
awesome.
really good show.
That did the whole pirate thing
Yep.
really well.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, loved that.
Yep.
Loved that.
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean did it for me, and then from there, I was really curious on what they portrayed in the movies, how much of that was real. So then I started watching documentaries and everything, and a lot of the characters that were in Pirates of the Caribbean were actually real pirates. Like
Blackbeard.
Blackbeard was obviously one. Was Orlando Bloom's character, Will Turner.
Yep.
That was actually based on a real pirate called Bellamy that was out of Massachusetts. He was actually out of Cape
Really?
Cod.
There's a lot of pirates in the
And
Cape.
and he came down to
Not Provincetown, buddy.
exactly, not P-Town. But he was in the Cape. He was actually a privateer, and he got his girl pregnant, and he left to try to make a better life for himself and for his wife and his newborn kid, and became one of the craziest pirates ever.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Very
What is
cool.
the difference between a privateer and a pirate?
A privateer is somebody that works for the crown, or at the time they worked for the crown.
Okay.
And they pretty much defended all the crown's ships, so they can go and pillage and rob any of the pirate ships, keep it for themselves, but the crown gets a cut. And then there was that fine line because a lot of the privateers were getting shit for money.
Yeah.
And the crown was saying, no, you can't keep all that. We're taking it. So they switched over. They would become a crew, or they would get hijacked themselves, and then they would become a crew of Blackbeard or anything like that.
I'm sure some of them also played both parties, too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So it was like legal piracy.
Yeah.
That's taxes.
Back then it was, yeah. And then the big thing that I found out, which was true, was in the movies, it's the East India Trading Company.
Right, yeah.
Which was actually a real company back then
Yes.
that was running things.
Yep.
So
Yep.
which was crazy.
Oh yeah, one of my relatives came over for that.
Yeah?
1636. One of my relatives came over.
Wow.
With that company.
No shit, huh?
Yeah, and farmed Manhattan.
Wow.
He had my like 12th great grandfather had a farm in downtown.
He's
Manhattan.
into genealogy too.
I did it. Oh, yeah. I love that. There you go, right in.
Hey,
Well,
I actually did some genealogy. I found out I'm actually part indigenous. Really. Swear
Part
to God.
indigenous.
Yes. My grandmother.
He's related
You
to
mean like
Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. Well, I might run for senator now. I live in Mass.
There you go.
My
You get it.
grandmother's grandfather is French Canadian and part French Canadian, French Quebec Native American.
Nice.
So I'm part indigenous. Yeah.
Sorry, we stole your land.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Pat, when are you going to start a casino?
I don't gamble, so
All right.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
Run
exactly.
a casino.
that's
if you don't
that's
want
true.
it.
The
I might have
question
to.
still stands.
Well, my brother gambles, so maybe I'll contact him. He can start up a casino.
There you go.
Cigar Lounge Casino.
There you go. Speaking of cigars, how's your cigar?
Ooh. I love it, man. That's all I got to say about it. It's a great cigar.
Yeah.
I'm very happy he came out with the Toro because the Robusto I was flying through. It'd take me like 15 minutes to smoke that Robusto. This one, beautiful. They should have came out with the Toro first.
I don't.
Yeah.
I can't argue with that. I enjoy the Toro very much.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think, Dave?
I like this one.
Yeah.
It's
Have you had it before?
No, I haven't. I've not had the Candela and the Aladino, although I smoke a lot of Aladino stuff.
Yeah.
I like the vintage line
Yeah.
and the Aladino, especially the Lance. So they're going to come out with a Lance in this someday?
I don't know. They're coming out with
So-
like a different one each year. It looks like a different line each year.
So
I'd love to do a long still.
my
on this.
favorite Aladino is the Classic. And you guys
Classics are
don't
good.
have the Lancero in the Classic.
Correct.
I've had it, though, and it's phenomenal.
My favorite
So
one
if you
is-
guys
love
were
the
to
Classic
carry a
line.
line or Vitola, I would recommend the Lancero because it's a really good cigar.
Interesting.
I gotta say, I'm really enjoying this. Considering, so I typically smoke. I know you guys don't know, but I smoke like a lot of
Full body smokes.
I love something that's real complex, a little bit of spice, something dark. Give me something strong that's gonna kind of.
And you find that this is like grabbing your attention?
Yeah,
Really?
different.
yeah, it
It's
is.
very different,
It's
yeah.
different.
With the drink, it
Yep.
really
Oh,
comes
yeah.
alive.
Yep, the drink complements it very well.
Yeah.
I'm definitely getting something out of it. It is my third cigar of the night, but
Nice.
very, very good smoke. I'm getting a lot of complex flavors out of it
Yeah.
too. Not something that's hardcore that's going to knock me down later on. But
It's a good morning smoke.
yeah,
7
this
o'clock
would be
in the
like a
morning.
breakfast. Get my pancakes going. And,
Yeah.
light
Yeah,
one of
Right
these
after
up.
a workout.
definitely-
Yeah, light these things up. man.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Sweet. All right. Well, one of the things that makes Not Just Blowing Smoke special is that we also review pipe tobacco and have a pipe tobacco.
Bring on the
each show.
pipe.
All right. And so we're going to switch over to the pipe right now. And where is that tin? Here it is,
So
right
use-
here.
You guys without the pipes can keep smoking your Candelas.
Oh, I will.
right.
I will.
So
This is going to be interesting.
this week we are doing another one of the Two Friends tobaccos. Last week we did Homeward Bound, which is a new blend, just came out. They've revamped all the other brands in the line, and we are looking at Redwood tonight. And, from the... this is a Virginia Perique and some unflavored Black Cavendish in here, which kind of gives it some smoothness, a little bit of a body, and some naturally sweet kind of flavors. And yeah,
Thank you.
there we go. And
Trying to make this work.
I know you got a good pipe.
I got a good pipe,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I didn't know. So
This is so much better than Downfall of the Deacon or Deacon's Downfall.
Deacon's Downfall. You didn't care for that one?
I was so disappointed. I read the label, Latakia, Virginia's Perique, Kentucky Fire Cured. I mean, a little bit of topping. I was like, oh, this is going to be amazing. And it fell so flat. And I was very disappointed. I was very hyped up for it. And I just, I tried it in 3 different pipes, and it smoked the same. I thought maybe smoking it in more narrow pipe, it was going to bring out a little bit more of the Virginias in it.
Yeah.
And it didn't. And I was extremely disappointed. I was like, oh. And this is so much better. This is so much better. Oh, delicious.
Can I see the tin?
Yep.
I want to smell it.
One over there. Yep, pass that along. There we go. Pass it to my
This is a
garage.
nice, smooth, kind of light flavor to it. It's
So Redwood,
good.
is that like Metasequoia?
No.
That's what a Redwood is. I'm a horticulturalist, so.
Oh,
there it is.
No, that is there is red
That is-
Virginia in there. That's as close to Redwood as it gets.
Yeah.
This is amazing. You
Smells
retrohale this thing, and it's like
Oh, yeah.
there's like no spice on it. There's no burn, nothing. It's
Got
just
a little
so
sweetness.
smooth. Yeah.
It smells nice. It's got some like floralness to it, and
Oh, you get that right away, too.
now I kind of want to smoke it.
It makes it makes a lot of smoke too. This is a good smoky one.
That's that Cavendish in it.
You know something, too? It goes really well with the Black Barrel.
Well, I don't know. I don't have any left. You know, Levi's been bartending here for a little while. You should know that I need a double.
Send it over. I got you some.
Oh, you're going to give me some?
Here.
I'm gonna give you a
No,
little.
what? She's not drinking it? What's going on here?
No, I'm not.
He's
Here.
pouring me some.
Here. There. What's
going on?
I'm not going to finish
All right,
it.
cool. I'll take this and that at the same time.
There you go. There you go. We'll
Here
set
we
Nick-
go.
set
I
Nick
appreciate
up.
it.
Do you like to drink there, Nick?
You know I do, baby.
Hey, it's
You know
not
I
mixing if they're in separate glasses.
It's all good. Anthony, have a good night.
So, Nick, tell me, educate me a little bit on the pipe.
Well, what do you want to know, brother?
I want to know everything. You know, you've been trying to push a pipe on me for the past 6 months.
I mean,
Haven't really jumped on board yet. I'm definitely a
You should.
hardcore cigar smoker. So what
I mean, you
what
get-
makes the difference? What's
Yeah,
what's
why?
special
You
about
why
a pipe?
the pipe? Yeah.
you get more. For me, you get more vibrant flavors, complexities. I mean, the different things that they do with the pipe tobacco. They put a topping on it. They don't put a topping on it. Virginias, Periques, different ages on the tobaccos will give it a different flavor, a different taste. You got, I mean, Tupelo, they're using honey on that one. So, I mean, you're getting a very distinct sweetness out of it. There's just a combination of the tobacco, and then you get into the English blends, and it's just a flavor bomb on every tobacco that you're going to put up because they're using so many different flavors. A lot of it, you know, your Virginia Periques and your Burleys and your Orientals, and you know, you can get floral
You
notes
can
out of
say
it.
that word?
Orientals?
Yeah.
Well, that's the tobacco.
I tried saying that to my uncle once, and he didn't like the way I
slap
said-
ya?
He almost did,
Gave you
and
a
he
little-
smoked cigars too.
He said, "What does the five finger say to the face?"
He said something.
No, I mean, if you think about it, you know, cigar tobacco is grown in a relatively small area of the planet.
Yep.
You know, and we all know that the environment, the soil, and the type of plant it is all have a big part in the flavors that you're going to get and the way the tobacco interacts with itself. Pipe tobacco is grown all over the place. So you've got a much wider variety of types of plants. You've got a much wider variety of climate in which it's grown in, and a much wider, kinds of soil. So like the Orientals that you seem, are so worried about saying.
I'm not. I just want clarification.
Those are grown in Greece and Turkey and, that part of the world. You've got tobacco that's grown, in Africa and England and Tunisia and in Europe and
Italy,
and so you've got this. If you really enjoy tobacco, you get a much wider picture of what that is with pipes, and then just like you can do all sorts of things with cigar tobacco and how you age it and how you care for it. And yet, at the same time, it's very similar.
Yeah.
It's all air cured in the barns.
Yeah.
With pipe tobacco, you can get into fire cured stuff. So it's hung in the barns, but there's a low burning fire that is burning underneath it, and depending on the wood that's used for that creates, a particular scent in the smoke, and that is caught into the leaf.
Okay. Yeah. So it sounds like with all the different countries, you're a little more culturally diverse, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So now, why is it that with all these other countries that are growing tobacco for pipe and this and that, like how come that's not transitioning to a cigar?
Because
money.
Well, that may be part of it. Let's talk about the Orientals again. It's a good example because the climate over there is very dry. The soil is very sandy. So the leaves are very small.
Okay.
Instead of having this plant that's like 6 or 7 feet tall with 20 or 30 leaves on it, maybe you have a plant that's a couple of feet tall, and it's got 120 leaves on it that are about like this.
Yep.
So they can't be used for cigars.
Okay.
Not big enough.
They're not big
Everything's
enough.
short filled.
Yeah.
And short wrapper.
Is that why it's Oriental?
Yeah.
No.
I was gonna say, are the Irish ones like that too? Are the Irish ones like that too?
Did you?
Yes.
I can't believe you went there.
Oh my goodness.
They got more of an
You
attitude.
get one of those.
Yep. And then, they'll take some of that Oriental or Turkish tobacco over there, and they'll age it over aromatic woods for about 9 months.
Wow.
And that produces a tobacco that's called Latakia, and that is it almost has a smoked mesquite kind of flavor to it, very barbecue-like. Mm-hmm. And that's what's predominantly used in what Nick's referring to as English tobaccos.
Okay.
Gotcha.
That are very Latakia forward.
So now what I hear from a lot of cigar smokers that are not into pipes or have tried pipes and just don't like it is one of the biggest differences is like you can take a cigar, a premium cigar, something good, a nice cigar, you light it, and you get a 2-hour smoke without relighting, without touch-upping,
Yep.
And I hear with a lot of pipe, there's a lot of relighting, there's a lot of,
Maintenance.
packing. Yeah, a lot of maintenance. That's a good way to put it, yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, there's a little bit. I mean, so for me, it's how you pack it. That's the key thing. If you have a lot of tobacco, like I have most of mine, I have bigger bowls. I love big bowls. I love big bowls, and I cannot lie. But I love a bigger bowl. I can pack so much tobacco in that, and I can get an hour and a half out of that, no problem.
Really? Wow.
I have smaller pipes. I have a nose warmer. I can get about 45 minutes out of that. And it depends, too, on the tobacco. I mean, if you're doing a shag cut, which is a very fine cut of tobacco, you can throw a lot in there, and that thing will burn down in like 45 minutes. Or you can do a rope. You can do flake. You know what I mean? Stuff like that, depending on the tobacco. But it also depends on how big your bowl is, too.
Right.
So if you have a bigger bowl, like most of mine, I have a Peterson house pipe. That thing is big and deep.
So size matters.
So size matters.
Size matters.
It matters to Nick.
It's conversation.
Size
I'm trying to
matters
keep it
to Nick.
PG-13 over
I'm
here.
blushing.
I guess
So
I can't do
anyways-
pipe tobacco then.
But
No.
it all depends too on that. You know what I mean? And I mean, Danny can contest to this. I'm pretty sure he's got at least an hour and a half out of his pipe. I've packed my pipe and smoked it on the way here or at home and smoked it for an hour and a half. Obviously, because of the tobacco inside, you do have to tamp it once in a while. Mm-hmm. But I mean, relighting it, if I'm at home, I only light it once.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unless I have to set it down and I have to get up.
The way I've just described it before, and I'll say it again, cigars are kind of like driving an automatic. Smoking a pipe is like driving a standard
All right.
stick shift.
I like that analogy.
There's more to driving a stick shift. Yes, there's more work to it. You've got to learn a whole different set of habits. But the reality is a couple of things. One, once you've mastered that, you actually have a lot more control over the car with the stick
Correct.
than you do over the automatic. And some people actually end up thinking that the standard is fun.
Yeah.
They like the shifting. They like the extra work, you know. And it's very much the same thing with the pipe. With a cigar, you cut it, you light it, and you enjoy what that person has created for you.
Yeah.
And nothing wrong with that. And I'm a perfect example. I love my cigars, never going to give up my cigars. A pipe is a whole different animal. And it's a whole different world of tastes and smells and aromas.
Experience.
It's a whole different thing. And, you know, but with a pipe, you're taking somebody's finished work, and then you are putting your hands into it and making it what you want. By, just like the ring gauge of a cigar is going to affect how a blend performs for you, what size or shape bowl you put the tobacco in is going to impact how it smokes for you. Do you like a tighter draw? You can do that. Do you like a looser draw? You can do that. Do you like more? You can do that. Do you like less? You can do that. You have a lot more control over this, and you get to have your own play in making it right. When you cut the cigar and light the cigar, if the cigar is plugged, let's face it, there's really not a whole lot you can do about it.
Awesome.
You know?
Cool.
And with a pipe, if the draw is too tight, you fix it. And nothing has been lost.
Yep.
Well, I'm a millennial, so I like things given to me and not have to put a lot of work into it. So I think I might stick with cigars.
This is the first time I'm not having to light it.
Yeah.
I figured out the tamping.
Yep.
And keeping it going.
Tamping is just like the ashing of the cigar, So, to me, it's like, sometimes you want wine, sometimes you want whiskey.
Right.
And, if you want wine, it doesn't matter how much whiskey you have. It isn't what you want.
Yeah. Right.
To me, that's how pipes and cigars are. Sometimes you just want a cigar.
Nice.
I get a little.
Sometimes you're thinking, you know what? I just really need a pipe. And that's what you need to do. And knowing that there is this whole world of tastes and flavors that you are never, ever going to get in a cigar, just because it's just not possible.
Right.
It's just not possible.
So I got speaking of wine, I went to the liquor store the other day. I had to buy my mother a nice bottle of wine. And so the guy, I wasn't sure. I don't drink wine, so the guy at that was helping me out, he goes, so what? How much does she usually like spending on a bottle of wine? I said 30 minutes.
The boxes are over here.
My wife has a huge wine glass that you can put one bottle of wine in.
Really? Wow.
She breaks that out once in a while, yeah.
You might as well just put that glass on the top of the bottle.
Yeah, they have those.
That way she
tries
can
to
say,
stay.
I'm just going to have one glass.
She tries exactly.
Well,
she tries to stay classy.
It's only one glass if it
That's
stays
it.
full.
She tries to stay classy. She pours it in that giant glass. When we have people over, she'll just walk around with it.
So
drinks Moscato all day.
I got the tin of the Redwood over here that you guys are smoking. Smells amazing. Absolutely amazing.
The tin note is really good.
Tell me what you guys are getting.
Oh, sweetness. I'm getting the Cavendish, a little spice.
The what? Cavendish?
The Cavendish.
What's that?
Cavendish is like a tobacco that has been steamed until it's really, really dark, and it kind of brings out the natural sugars in the kind of like going through a Maduro process.
Yep.
All right. And there's Perique, which is like a burley type of tobacco that Perique is like Candela. It's not a type of tobacco. It's a tobacco that's undergone a process.
Yep.
And that process is taking this tobacco leaf that's very much like a type of what's called burley, and they're put into bourbon. The leaves are layered carefully into bourbon barrels, and then they are put under. Those barrels are then put under pressure. They put big screws that push the top of the barrel down. We're talking like tons and tons of pressure for about a year. Wow. And 3 or 4 times during that year, the pressure is taken off, the tobacco is taken out, and it's rotated around. But that pressure and the bourbon barrel, and Perique is only made in the St. James Parish 2-block area of Louisiana. That's the only place it's made, and that
champagne of pipe tobacco.
Yeah, that atmosphere there, the climate there, the barrel, and that pressure turns that leaf into something that's very much. It's very much like it's like the pepper of as in like a condiment.
Yeah.
And so you don't ever use a whole lot of the stuff, but depending on how you use it and what other tobaccos it's blended with, it can either be very spicy or it can be very raisiny, very plummy. And in this blend, it's that. It's more raisiny, plummy kind of a flavor. And that black Cavendish has kind of almost like a creamy brown sugar kind of taste to it. And the Virginias have this almost like stewed fruit kind of flavors to them. And so all those flavors work together and create something that's really, I think, kind of unique.
Very nice.
This is a very, very nice Virginia Perique blend. How do you think it goes with the Black Barrel?
It goes very well with it.
I want to smoke my glass.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see how that's going to change it.
So I did one corncob pipe load of
and a button nose?
This stuff, and it lasted me like a half an hour. Mm-hmm. Just finished it.
There you go.
And I only really had to light it once. Mm-hmm. I tried relighting, but there was nothing left.
Yeah. What do you think, Yvonne? Do you like it?
I do like it. I do. You know me.
I do know you.
Yes, you do.
All right,
now,
let's see
how
I like it.
You take my Candela and stick it in my pipe.
There you go.
There you go.
Stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
There we go.
There you go.
Some cigars are pipe worthy.
Oh, yeah. Danny, you need to smoke that glass, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you get a lot of sweetness. A lot of char in there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's tasty. That's very tasty. You should do that with the cigar and see how
That's
it comes
what I'm
out.
doing. It comes out good.
Smoke the glass, baby. Mm-hmm. Smoke the glass.
Oh, there is that kind of.
There's almost a charriness to there. Sweetness, charry. Smoking the root beer. Pat is doing
might as well, right?
I don't know how that's going to come out. That's going to come out weird.
I'm weird. So.
I think it's going to...
Smoking root beer?
Smoking root beer. Taste it.
Yeah.
I think it's going to do a couple things. Now, before you say anything, I think that is going to tone from the cigar. I think it's going to tone down the sweetness of that root beer. Give it a little bit more earthiness to that. Yeah. What do you think? Am I right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, it cuts the sweetness a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex, what do you got?
He's tasting.
He's chugging.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's very good. That's very good.
Would it change anything for you?
On the drink, a little bit.
Yeah.
It tones that a little bit of the Jameson Black. It's got a slight burn, straight.
Yep.
Just slight. I definitely would go for something a little stronger.
Yeah.
But it definitely changes the flavor and kind of takes that burn away just a little bit.
Yeah, smooths it out.
Yep. It's very, very good.
Nice. Very nice. David, how about you?
Well, I'm putting the Candela through the pipe
you guys.
and into the drink.
All right.
Into the Black Barrel, and it's very good because what happens is you put a little smoke in there, and then you get the smoke aroma as you're drinking it.
Yeah.
And that really makes a big difference. It's very nice.
Yeah, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Danny, I think that gentleman over there has a Fantasia, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a pretty cigar. That's a pretty pipe.
That is a...
Is it a Fantasia?
No, that's a Clark's favorite.
Does this guy know we're like...
Well, eyeballing him right now?
Yeah, we're like...
Clark's favorite.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful pipe.
Nice.
What is it?
Savinelli.
Savinelli.
Yeah.
Clark's favorite.
Awesome pipe, brother.
It's beautiful.
Awesome Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy.
Sunday before last, and my wife bought it.
There you
Happy
go.
birthday.
There you
Nice.
go.
Happy
Very
birthday.
Nice.
What are you smoking, my friend?
An English blend from one is 7024. I forgot the name of it. I'm just trying it first time. I think it's English. It's got
You got the tin?
The Dexter Secret?
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Dexter Secret.
That's a good
Nice.
one.
That's very
That's a
good
very
stuff.
good one.
Yep.
This is my favorite.
Good English blend.
Yeah.
Good
I
English
come
blend.
all the way from Florida just to get it.
Wow.
Nice.
I love it.
We appreciate it.
Is that the 603 roast there?
Unbelievable.
Where'd you say all the way from?
Florida.
Ah,
Time here. I come for business, but I moved my hotel to the Marriott, the new Marriott, the Tuscany Village place, so I can be closer to here.
nice. Nice.
Nice.
We appreciate you, my friend.
Yep.
I love this place.
It's a great place. So, out of all the cigar lounges down in Florida, actually, they're all unique and different, but I still love this place. This place is like home to me.
Yeah. Twins
They're-
is a very unique place.
They seem to be not as homey as this place. Some of them are a little homey, but this is definitely like a homey place.
Not homely.
Yeah,
No.
Pat feels homely at home.
So one of the questions I like to ask a lot of the reps when we have them on the podcast with the hacks is, what's your favorite cigar lounge? Right. And Jared from Christoph.
Yeah.
Jared Trudeau, the man, the myth, the legend.
He is awesome. It was probably
He is
one of
no
my,
longer a rep.
He's definitely a lot bigger up in the food chain over there.
We
But,
had him on the show when he went from a rep to VP.
Yep.
Long time ago.
Yep, we had him on Christmas. Yep.
show.
I'm actually wearing his belt right now.
Oh wow! Did you
How'd
take
you
that
get-
off of him? Like,
No.
back room or something?
Funny story. So he came up with Lee, and he had a meeting with Kurt, and I haven't seen him in months, and he had his belt on, and the belt that he had, I guess you have to like cut it, and it's a ratchet type of belt,
Okay.
and it's a really awesome belt. It's gator and everything. And he had it too small, and he couldn't get it off.
Yep.
And we managed to get it off, and he cut
my.
it. He cut it. He
I
cut
noticed,
it.
the belt off
He,
of it.
we had to cut the belt off, and then I had to give him my belt off me. So I was like, no, I had no belt for like a couple hours, and he's like, dude, just take this and just use it. So I had to give him my belt. So he had to hold his pants up.
That's funny.
But yeah, his belt was too small, and he couldn't get it off. We got to cut it.
So he had one of the best answers to that question, and it's different. The answer to that question is different from me. So now his answer was, well, you got a place that you go, and then you got a place that you take people to.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, there's that place that you just. He has a place down in Connecticut. I don't know what it is, but he basically admits that it's not. This is like a grungy type cigar place. Like I go there, nobody bothers me, and I just kind of hang out, read a magazine, have a blast, right?
Yeah.
And then he finally answered the question of one of his favorites, which was like down in Kentucky somewhere. He told me the name of it. I got it saved on my phone.
It was in Lexington.
Lexington, yeah.
Lexington.
It was in Lexington, and I've looked it up, and I said, yep, if I'm ever down that area, I'll obviously hit it up.
Yeah.
But, like, my answer to that question, and as much as I agree with him, you have a place you go and you have a place you take people to, it's the same,
Yeah.
okay? Because my home is Twins, right? And this is the place I go. I frequent this place
Every day. Which we appreciate
basically
that greatly.
Yep, basically, you know, I'm here a lot. I work here.
Yeah.
You know, I don't work for you, but I do my work here, you know, because it's a great spot. I'd rather come here than go to like a Starbucks or whatever, coffee shop, whatever. But
Whatever.
this is also the place I take people to because you do have the best of both worlds. You have this gorgeous lounge where you can just sit, relax, hang out, have a cigar, smoke your pipe, whatever you want to do. But then you have a whole separate bar section. So if you want that bar atmosphere, you can get that, you know, and it's just, you got the best of both worlds in one place. And there's really no better place, in my opinion.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
That's high praise.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Twins is fantastic. But I found too that like every different shop has its own vibe. So it's kind of like cigars and pipe tobacco. It's what you're in the mood for.
You're 100% right. So now the hacks have opened me up to a whole new world.
Oh yeah, man.
You know, like our claim to fame is we love to support the local shops.
Yep.
So, you know, we've been down to Raleigh, we've been down to, you know, Hudson, we've been to Nashua, we've been to a bunch of these other shops, and not taking anything away from those shops. This is still my home. This is still the place I would prefer to go to. But there are a lot of good qualities at these other shops that you go to. So it's kind of cool to see the different vibes you get at different places, things like that.
Yeah. So like last Friday, we were at Cigar and Lounge in Watertown.
Yeah.
And they're kind of a boutique cigar place.
Yeah.
So they have a lot of things that you don't see other places. They have the regular lines of things too, but they're an LCA shop, Limited Cigar Association. So they have the LCA selection that comes out every month.
Yeah.
And that's kind of cool because there's always different stuff in there.
Yeah.
They're also a Lancero place like Twins is. Twins is a big Lancero place.
Yep.
And it's a completely different vibe there. It's nice and quiet. They have a lot of different areas where you can sit and have a conversation with people and not interfere with everyone else.
Right,
kind of like here, right? We got there's like 6 different conversations going on in this lounge right now. One of the things about that shop is there's no alcohol in that shop. They're not allowed to have it because of the town.
The town
regulated.
ordinance,
It's Massachusetts.
That too.
Do they do coffee there?
No, they have soft drinks. They have a cooler, and you
drinks
can get coffee. They get the Starbucks. I had a double shot. Can of Starbucks mocha double shot over there, and they have the cappuccinos and whatnot. So you can get a coffee, but it's in bottles, cans. And
There was a pair of businesses down in Winter Park, Florida that I loved when I used to live there. I don't believe it's still there. You might recognize the cigar shop, Cigars, cigar with a Z. I think that shop is still around down there, but they had a sister business right next door called Beans with a Z, and it was a coffee bar place, all sorts of gourmet coffees and everything, and the stores were connected on the inside. So you could go and you could get your cigar, you could sit in the lounge, or you could go over to the coffee shop, get yourself a nice, gourmet coffee, and sit there and enjoy the cigar too. And that was just really cool. I loved that.
Yeah, well, you can get your gourmet coffee here too. You have that fancy machine there. We have the cappuccinos and espressos and.
We've got great coffee.
When I was down in Tampa, actually, Ybor City, a store called Nicobana's, their Cuban coffee was out of this world. It was really good down there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that'll light you up.
Yeah.
Good Cuban coffee.
Oh, yeah.
I love Cuban coffee.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Does your wife make the Cuban coffee for you, Nick?
Not for me.
Not
I don't like coffee, man. I don't drink coffee.
Nick does not drink coffee.
Oh.
She does it old school style, though. I don't drink coffee, but she'll do it like when...
Does she do it with the brown sugar in it?
Nope. No brown sugar. So she'll do I forgot what the hell the little pot is, but she'll use like...
The little mocha pot. The mocha.
Yeah, the cast iron little pot. She'll do that when her mom's over and stuff like that, and she'll do it old school. When we're in Puerto Rico, that's all they do. She'll do that with some screwball in it in the morning. We're set to jet at that point. That's it. She loves doing that. I mean, that's the thing. She loves doing that. She'll make that in the morning.
Nice.
And we'll make we call it the Puerto Rican burgers. And what it is she'll make it's pretty much a farm burger. So it's all the fixings on a burger and two fried eggs on there. You eat that with some whiskey. Woo! There you go. Yeah.
We did a podcast at Nick's. We used to do it in his.
My God.
That's right.
Little smoke room out there. What do we call that room there?
The Nick Nut Hut.
Nick's Nut Hut. Yeah.
And then one of the times that we did it in my wife's Four Season room. Yeah. She called. I think she was in Puerto Rico when you guys came over, and all she was concerned about was if the house was clean.
That's right.
She's like, "Is the house clean? You got the guys over?" I'm like, "Yes, honey, the house is clean."
Well, one episode episode we did over there, she cooked for us. She made empanadas.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
She did. Yeah, she made the pastelitos.
Oh, I think we need to go to your house.
Oh, my God. I'd love to have all you guys over, and especially in the summertime. We'll sit on the back deck. We'll get the pool going. We'll do a show in the pool.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
Pool show.
We'll do the pool show. We'll have her make a pan of rice and some pastelitos and some. You guys haven't had their the pastelon. Oh God, she got her grandmother's recipe, and when her grandmother was making it, I used to eat half the tray of pastelon.
Why am I not surprised?
It's like a Spanish lasagna, but instead of using pasta, she uses sweet plantains.
yeah.
And the Spanish meat. Oh, forget about it. Oh my God,
That sounds
I
good.
eat the whole thing. It's over, man. I don't share with anybody.
Wow.
I don't share
Keep
with
your
anybody.
hands and feet away from his mouth.
Oh God,
You're getting
Away
ready
from
for next week, aren't you?
Jeez. Well, I mean, next week. So at the house in Puerto Rico, they have a lime tree, a canepa tree, and plátanos, guineos, and pana. So that right there is like almost all day of eating.
Wow.
I mean, the guineos are like the little bananas. They have plátanos, so they do plantains and plátanos and stuff like that. And then limes, they pick the limes. They do the limes with Bacardi, and that just makes the whole day right there. And then pana, yeah, exactly. And pana is breadfruit, but what they do is they'll make it like plátano. So it comes in like it's like a round,
Like a melon.
yeah, like a round melon.
Yeah.
So all the meat or the fruit
Doesn't
inside.
that describe like 90% of the melons that are out there?
Basically,
Round melon.
Round melon.
It's kind of a round melon.
Basically.
It's
So,
like saying it's kind of an oval egg.
yeah, which I have a lot of those: blue, pink, brown, all that. But anyways, what my father-in-law will do, will shave it, then cut it up, and the skin they soak it in salt water, take it out, fry it, and they make little chips out of the skin.
Ooh.
So the whole thing gets eaten. And they have coconuts too. So my father-in-law takes the coconuts down, we drink half of it, put rum, whiskey, whatever in it, and we sip it right there. It's the best. That is the best right there, man.
It sounds like we have to do a summer podcast at your place.
Oh my God. It's amazing. And then next door, Junior, he plays dominoes. He wakes up at 8 in the morning. Plays dominoes all day. We go down there, smoke, drink, play dominoes all day, walk to the beach, and then there's 6 bars and a restaurant within walking distance of the house. So we just walk to each bar and we just bar hop pretty much all day.
Nice.
I smoke cigars. I'm the only one that smokes cigars. My father-in-law will smoke once in a while, but we just drink and eat all day. Fried food. My mother-in-law, my wife, they do they make a seafood salad, and it's fresh because they catch everything right out the ocean. And it's just, even I indulge in that sometimes, man. It's pretty good. And I don't like seafood, but I eat the fish down there, man. It's fantastic. Awesome stuff.
Very cool. What's that drink with the coconut milk?
A mojito?
No,
No,
the
no.
one that your wife makes
coquito.
every...
Coquito.
Coquitos.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
She's going to be making a batch because my mom drinks it before she goes to bed. And it puts her to bed, so she's going to be making a batch soon. So I'll let you guys know, and you guys can...
Have you ever had the crema de limoncello that Dave Garofalo's mom makes?
Oh,
my
that is
God,
awesome,
yes.
yes.
Is it really?
It's
Fantastic.
great.
I have.
I'm not a limoncello fan, but
No.
that is completely different. It's awesome.
I drank myself out of limoncello one year. I had 2 bottles to myself, and I thought I was like the hero of the party. And I drank 2 bottles of limoncello to myself, and one probably in 2 hours.
Why am I not
In
surprised?
2 hours, dude, I was hammered off of limoncello, and I never touched it again. After that, I was like, I can't do it. But everything else I've had, and I love it.
You love it. All right. It's a beautiful thing.
Danny, what do you say? We wrap this thing up.
Yeah, I think we should. What's the final word on the Redwood from two friends?
It's better than Deacon's Downfall. Damn.
You really did not like
Jeremy, man, you're killing me, baby. I love you very much. That Deacon's Downfall, I don't know. I'm sorry. But this Redwood was delicious. Delicious.
I enjoyed it as well.
We'll have to get Alex, the GC, on a pipe.
Yep.
And Pat McGroin.
Well, maybe maybe I'll try a
You can
pipe.
put your cigar right in it like I did.
Yeah. You can
Smoke the whole thing.
Finish it strong, baby.
That's right. Yvonne, you like the pipe tobacco?
I did very much. It's all gone, and I couldn't get over to the tin, so I finished my drink.
Here's my
Yay!
Yeah.
Here's my thing with pipe tobacco. I've been smoking cigars for almost 2 years consistently. Maybe when I feel like venturing off, I think someday I might go into it.
You around tomorrow?
I was going to say, you kind of sold me on it.
Come by tomorrow. We'll get you a corn cob, right?
I'm not around tomorrow, unfortunately.
Wednesday?
I'll let you know when I'm around.
I'm here all week.
I'll
Come
see
by.
you, buddy.
Teacher.
Come by.
see you, buddy.
We'll get you guys a corn cob.
All right.
We'll start little by little.
Right.
All right.
Once you start, I guarantee you, once you start, you'll be like, holy shit. Excuse my language. But holy shit. Excuse my language. You'll be like, why haven't I picked up this before? I guarantee you the flavors that you're going to get from pipe tobacco. And again, I'm 100% on board with Danny. I love cigars. I have a humidor at home full with cigars. But pipe tobacco will just get you to a point where cigars can't. Where cigars stop, pipes pick up. And also the other wonderful thing about pipe smoking is all the different types of pipes that you can buy.
Yeah.
I mean,
because I need
All
more
the
things.
money you can spend.
I mean, not even that. I mean, I think that's one thing that I love about pipes, because if you get a really nice pipe, you can smoke whatever you want out of it. I mean, a tin of tobacco is $16. That'll last you a week, 2 weeks, however you want to smoke it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm not, trying to, badmouth cigars or anything like that.
No, but the
Oh,
reality
really?
is that
Oh, really?
that's 16.
I get it.
That's $16 that'll last you.
It does.
Is 20 bowls of tobacco.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you get a lot. You get a lot for your money. That
Yep.
way.
It's like a whole box of cigars right there.
Basically.
They're
about.
each for a different reason.
Yep.
You know, I mean, you know me.
exactly.
I love my cigars.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
Yep.
But I love the pipe too.
You know who else that loves pipes too? You guys are laughing. You guys didn't even know what I was talking
You
about.
didn't have to say anything else after that.
I was going to say Steve Socken. You guys are laughing at that?
No,
That's messed up.
He's the one that taught me originally.
I mean, exactly. Mr. Steve Socken himself smokes a pipe.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to talk about a pipe joke? Is
Go ahead.
but it was years back. My grandmother passed away. I'm at the funeral, this and that, and
This is hilarious.
I have a really good friend of mine who is a plumber,
Oh, God.
and he has a sense of humor like nobody else, right? He shows up at the funeral and he says, dude, I am so sorry. This is the only clean shirt that I had in my truck, but I had to show up because, he was my best friend, this and that. So he's going through the lineup and he says hi to me and, he gives me a spiel. He's got a t-shirt on that says, I lay pipe. And then he gets up to my mother next to me and goes, my mother's like, oh my God, Tim, I haven't seen you in so long. How you doing? What you been up to? He's like, just plumbing, laying pipe. That's all.
Oh, you gotta love it when somebody shows up with that shirt.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, while we try and move on after, Dave, my brother, has moved on. We won't be live for a while.
We'll be moving on with Yvonne.
Probably will, absolutely.
But we'll still be recording every week, so we'll figure something out, and we'll still be posting on to Monday mornings. So stay tuned for how we end up evolving as a podcast with this. But this has been great, Dave. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
Absolutely,
Producing
guys.
this for
Thank
us
you very
tonight.
much.
We really appreciate it, especially on the short notice.
Alex, CG, Pat McGrawan, Magic
having
Mike,
me. Thanks for having me.
Yvonne.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. And
Yeah.
last but not least, Cigar God Dave.
Cigar God Dave.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll see you next week. And that's not just blowing smoke.
Surrounded by leather in my brand new fancy car, rolling with the top down, smoking on a fat cigar.
He is going to sing.
I ain't singing. I just know that part.
Bittersweet smoke right through the air. It's the way I feel, smoking on a fat cigar.
Have a wonderful night, everybody. We love you.